Welcome everybody. Welcome back once again. Mead Public Library in Sheboygan, Wisconsin. And I'm your host, Lil Rev. Tonight we'll be exploring a great song, not on the guitar, but on the ukulele, called Bury Me Beneath the Willow. And this is classic early country, classic Americana for you guys tonight. So we'll be digging into a cool old song, and I've arranged it a couple different ways for you to explore, both melodically and strumming wise. I started out playing a little bit of Wildwood Flower, which is another classic melody from the Carter family. I'm going to pick it for you one more time. I'm going to sing a verse or two of Keep on the Sunny Side of Life, also another Carter family classic. Dark and a troubled side of life. There's a bright and a sunny side too. Oh, we meet with the darkness and strife. The sunshine we also may view. Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side, on that sunny side of life. It'll help us every day, brighten all our way. Keep on the sunny side of life. Oh, the storm and its fury break today, crushing hopes we'll cherish so deep. But the storms will in time pass away. The sun again will shine bright and clear. One more time. Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side, on that sunny side of life. It'll help us every day, brighten all our way. Keep on the sunny side of life. Keep on the sunny side of life. All right. Well, that was a little bit of Carter family to start out tonight on the guitar. And the song we're going to learn, our primary inspiration for was a recording by the Carter family. So if you go to YouTube and you type in Bury Me Beneath the Willow, you'll be able to hear that early recording from the 1930s. And I encourage everybody to do that. That's one of my favorites of the early versions. The song was first published in 1909 in an early folk song collection. And so this is a public domain song that I've arranged in a variety of different ways. And Mother Maybelle was the guitar player in the Carter family, and her style of playing guitar with the bass and the treble inspired a lot of people. And this is great music. The Carter family didn't play ukulele, but their songs and their repertoire is very user-friendly for ukulele players who want to dig into this. Now, the Carter family's contemporary, Jimmy Rogers, the yodeling brakeman, he used a lot of ukulele throughout his recording career, and you can find a lot of cool songs where there's uke in the recorded history of some of that early country music. If you email me and you say, Lil Rev, I really enjoyed your Bury Beneath the Willow class for Mead, and you're really nice to me, I can send you a PDF copy of an article I wrote about the history of the ukulele in early country music, which is the 20s and 30s string band era. And that's an article published in the Old Time Herald many years ago. And so that article will surprise you of the ukulele's role outside of vaudeville and Hawaiian music, and that the ukulele, in fact, had a unique role in the infancy and the the golden days of the string band era. And so, let me grab my ukulele here. I trust everyone grabbed the music from the Google Drive and the PDF, and we're gonna give it a go around here tonight. Thank you for joining me. I hope everyone's having a good start to the summer. And so tonight, as always, we're going to learn a song in multiple levels, and I like to say this to people because I'm teaching on a variety of different levels. On the thread are people of all different skill sets. So not everything I teach is necessarily going to be for you, but there will be something along the way for every level, from beginner, intermediate, and advanced. And so on the beginner level, if you showed up tonight and you're a beginner, it's just learning to strum a really cool song, right? The first page that we're looking at it says "Bury Me Beneath a Willow," and it's got the words and it's got numbers on it as well. It looks kind of like this, right? Okay. And so pull that page out, and we're going to strum our way through this tune. There's no chords stamped on this page. There are no chord names written on this page. I'm making the presumption that you know an F chord. This is a key we're going to learn it in tonight. You know a B flat chord, and you know a C or a C7. Okay, one more time for the beginners. There's your F chord, right? B flat, C or C7. Okay, C or C7. All right. Now, these lead sheets, as many of you are well aware who study with me, are teaching you to play by numbers and learn your 1, 4, 1, 4, and 5. Okay, 1, 4, 5. Right? What this is the common chords that go with it, typical songs. So if someone says this song's in G, you'll know G, and then count up 4. A, B, C is going to be your 4 chord, and D is going to be your 5, right? So this is a good skill to have to learn how to transpose, as well as figure out what chords will be common once somebody tells you the key. And this song is a great example. I'm going to be an F. That means there's going to be a B flat and a C or a C7 chord. So anywhere you see a 1 in the lyrics, you'll play an F chord. Anywhere you see a 4 written, you'll play a B flat chord. Anywhere you see a 5, you'll play either a C or a C7. It doesn't matter. Okay? Now, those numbers appear above the first verse and the chorus, which we'll sing multiple times. And then we'll go on, and hopefully you will have gotten a hang of how the chord changes work. And you're willing to take a stab at just strumming along, and try to hear the chord changes, which is also great practice for ear training. Okay, so let's begin. All right. I'm doing a basic strum. This is just so I'm striking one hard and then down, up, down, up. Okay, so you can do that kind of a strum. There are all different strums that work well with this. Your boom chuck works really good. As a matter of fact, I think I like that even better, which is striking the G string and then a downstroke. My heart is sad and I am lonely for the only one I love. When shall I see her? Oh, no, never, till we meet in heaven above. Oh, bury me beneath beneath the willow tree. She will see where I am sleeping, and perhaps she'll weep for me. So that's your boom chuck, chuck, boom chuck, boom chuck, boom chuck. Striking the G string, rest of the chord, okay? Up at the top again now, here we go. The heart is sad and I am lonely for the only one I love. And shall I see her? Oh, no, never, to meet in heaven above. All right, sing it with me now. Here's a good part. Bury me beneath the willow, under the willow tree. She will know where I am sleeping, and perhaps she'll weep for me. Told me that she loved me truly. How could I believe her untrue? Till the angel softly whispered, she will prove untrue to you. Now the refrain, indented. Ready? Bury me beneath the willow, underneath the willow tree. She will know where I am sleeping, and perhaps she'll weep for me. Boom chuck, boom chuck, boom chuck, boom chuck, boom chuck, boom chuck. Go back to the top of the page now. Let's do the first verse, then we'll do the third verse, okay? My heart is sad and I am lonely for the only one I love. When shall I see her? Oh, no, never, till we meet in heaven above. Bury me beneath the willow, under the weeping willow tree. She will know where I am sleeping, and perhaps she'll weep for me. I like to sing that refrain a little, just slightly, tiny bit different. I like to sing it like this. Oh, bury me beneath the willow, under the willow tree. She sees that I am sleeping, and perhaps she'll weep for me. So slight variation, artistic license on the lyric. That's just kind of how I learned it a long time ago. So many sources for this. This tune goes by many names, by the way, and Willow Under the Willow Tree is another title in this song. So oftentimes you'll hear that under the willow tree rather than under the weeping willow tree. Just a slight variation. Part of the fascination when you start learning these songs, you find all these variations and you latch on to the one that speaks to you the most, okay? Tomorrow was to be our wedding. God, oh God, where can she be? She's out of courting with another. She no longer cares for me. Infidelity. Here we go. Oh, bury me beneath the willow, under the willow tree. She will know where I am sleeping, and perhaps she'll weep for me. First verse one, and then we'll pause and we'll look at some other ways to play this, okay? Here we go. Bury me beneath the willow, under the willow tree. She will know where I am sleeping, and perhaps the first verse. Here we go. My heart is sad and I am lonely for the only one I love. Shall I see her? Oh, no, never, till we meet in heaven. All right. Now, given that this is a country western song, you know, I might approach it a bunch of ways. One, as I said earlier, you could strum it a lot of different ways, but you know, that boom chuck works so good, and that's really where it came from. That Mother Maybell guitar playing, it was just rock solid, and there was a heavy boom chuck in there, and it really painted the you know, the rhythm for these songs. I might claw hammer it. That's another way I might do it. You know, we could do something like, you know, something like that. Something like that. Okay, so I might play kind of, you know, variation on the melody doing some kind of claw hammer. That's lots of fun to do with these types of song. You know, if you mess around, you kind of find all kind of cool little variations and riffs in there. But you guys want to learn what I gave you, okay? So let's look at the first melodic variation on this. And so now I'm looking at a page that says "Bury Me Beneath a Willow," and I want to look at the page that says chord style first. Okay, that's going to be more accessible to some of you, and those of you who are finger pickers will like the thirds and sixths. So let's look at now the chord style version. All right, and let's find in my version here. Give me a second. Bury Me Beneath a Willow chord style, and I give you the way I'm going to do this. Okay, so hang on a second here. I'll grab my tenor. All right, my Canelea tenor. All right, so the first part that we're going to work on here is we're going to play an F chord with an added C. So what does that look like? You make an F chord, you take your pinky and you add a C note there. Okay, so F with an added C, and that's what the chart shows you. Okay, Bury Me Beneath a Willow chord style in the upper left hand part of the sheet. Okay, so what this means is that strumming the chords will imply the melody. Really cool, very exciting. Okay, so we're going to do that first. Okay, so and then I'm going to reach down or slide and pick up that D note on the 5th fret. So bury me. Now, if you play a concert or a soprano, that stretch might be easier than on your tenor. Watch. Bury me. See that? That stretch is much easier there. Okay? So we got bury me. When you reach for the 5th fret and you're making your F chord, okay, chord melody, when you learn a chord solo, you're learning a real piece, a gem of music, because you can strum the chords. It implies the melody. It's a real live piece of music. And the effort you put into this reaps great dividends, because it really sounds like something, like you're doing something. Okay, so F with the added C, bear. Then grab the D note on the 5th fret of the A string, okay, while holding down the F up here. If you can't hold down the F, then you're going to go bury, and you're just going to grab that D note on the A string. Bury me. Then you go back to F with the added C. So we got bury me. I do it, you do it. Bury me. Bury me. Bury me. Lots of repetition, man. Bury me. Bury me. Okay? And then you got beneath. Okay? So when you get to this now, okay, hang on a second here. I should work with one uke at a time here. Hang on. All right. Okay, now your next transition is going to, so after you got this down, bury me, then you're going to go beneath. Bury me, beneath. Okay? Beneath. Beneath. You got the F, the A, and the C. So you got bury me, beneath. You can also play that open A string right there, instead of going. So bury me beneath, okay, beneath. Or you can play the partial, open A, open C, and finger on the 1st fret. Okay, bury me beneath, and that's a partial B flat chord. Where you play neath. Okay, do it again. Here we go. Bury me beneath. Now Willow is a partial G chord. The willow, the willow. So you're playing 3 and 2. That's a G note and a D note. The will. Now you got a piece of a B flat. Okay? It's kind of like playing a B flat, but you're leaving out other notes. That's 1 and 2. And then you're ending up on 2nd fret, C string, D note. Okay? So now you have this. You have bury me beneath the willow. Okay? Try that. How's that feel? Okay? This is for you melody players now. If you're not a melody player, then you want to keep working on strumming the song on the worksheet. Okay? Strumming the song with the worksheet. All right? All right. Good. We want to say hello to a lot of our friends tonight. Robin and Greg and Joanne and Rose. And Julie, Al, Joe, Lynn, Jenna Lynn, Takeo, hello Takeo. Good to see all of you. All right, so again, here's what you got. Bury me beneath. That's really cool. I mean, that's just, you're strumming, but you could, if you knew the song, you'd recognize it. And then the willow. Let's try that phrase. The willow. 3, 2. Those are your 2 inner strings. Okay. The willow. Not going to get into the music theory of what you're playing when you're playing these little pieces of chords. So 2 notes together. Okay. The willow. The willow. Bury me. Okay, bury me beneath the willow. Now, under the weeping willow tree, or under the willow tree, as I like to sing it. Okay, string, stir, and then open A. Neath, underneath. I do it, you do it. Underneath, 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 underneath. Are you having fun with this? Come on. I want to see a smile on your faces. This is supposed to be fun. Okay? Come on. I want to see a smile. Underneath. All right. Though it's a sad song, right? Um, he thinks that she loves him and she ran off with somebody else. It's the basis for every other Hank Williams song, right? Underneath. Now here we go. The willow tree. Now we're on the second staff line down. Okay? And I wrote it out this way, but you can play a lot of different ways. Okay? So what is that? That is a triplet with the pull off. That's more intermediate for you melody players. So I pluck the open A. My finger lands on the first fret, and then I pull off. So that's a hammer on and a pull off. It really makes you look like you know what you're doing when you add one of those. Now, if that's too hard, okay, I'm going to explain how to do that. But if that's too hard, you just go open one, open the willow tree, and you got a partial C chord there, while somebody else is strumming a C or a C7. Okay, the willow tree, the willow tree. So you can go open A string, first fret A string, open A string, and then you take your B flat partial, move it up 3 to 3. That's your other chord there. Okay, what a sweet, cool little country tune. Okay, and I would just sit around one day, boom chucking this. Bury me beneath the willow, underneath the willow tree. And I just started going. There's your ending phrase. Okay, so let's break that down now. Okay, bury me beneath the willow, underneath a willow, a willow, a willow, or the willow. Do you want to play it straight? Here's straight. Open one, open the willow, and then tree, or okay, those are your options there. Okay. And then when she sees that I am sleeping, when she sees, you already know how to do that part. When she sees that, open A string, B flat, I am sleeping. So when she sees that I, B flat, E string first for me, then she'll weep for, then she'll weep for me, then she'll, or then she'll weep for me. Okay, so now when you put that together, you get this. Again, okay. Or on before this and sing some more of the song. Then I included a scan of a great book about the Carter family for those of you who like to read, about the history of the music. Okay. Will you miss me when I'm gone? Okay. All right. So you can check that out. And that's a great, great read about early country music. All right. So let's do Bury Me Beneath the Willow. The song again now. Okay. Here we go. Here's your boom chuck. Heart is sad and I am lonely for only one I love. Shall I see her? Oh no, never, till we meet in heaven above. Bury me beneath the willow, underneath the willow tree. Where I am sleeping, and perhaps she'll weep for me. Told me that she loved me dearly. How could I believe her untrue? To the angel softly whispered, she will prove untrue to you. All right, here's the part where you all should be singing. Add that harmony. Bury me beneath the willow, underneath the willow tree. When she sees that I am sleeping, maybe then she'll weep for me. Hear my boom chuck? Boom chuck, boom chuck, boom chuck, boom chuck, boom chuck. Tomorrow was to be our wedding. Oh God, where can she? Well, out of accord, another. She no longer cares for me. Bury me beneath the willow, underneath the willow tree. When she sees that I am sleeping, and perhaps she'll weep for me. Okay, now I'm gonna play it now. Watch me. Do it again. was much slower. Okay. Now, once you start to kind of make this your own, that you can just kind of keep strumming. Bury me beneath the willow, underneath the willow tree. When she sees that I am sleeping, maybe then she'll weep for me. Bury me beneath the willow, underneath the willow tree. When she sees that I am sleeping, maybe then she'll weep for me. Variation. Okay, so a bunch of little just kind of playing, messing around with it a little bit in there too. And in these old-timey and bluegrass jam sessions that we talked about in our bluegrass strum class, you're going to hear a lot of variations on the melody. Okay, and so sometimes people never play it the same way twice. All right, but this will give you a basic start. Okay, let's go back to the sheet now. All right, go back to the chord style page. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Let's break it down for you one more time before we go on to the finger style version now. Okay, all right, you guys are doing a good job. Keep it up, Joe and Jerry and Lynn, Al, Bernadine. Keep on working it now. All right, don't give up. Here we go. Ready? So we got F with the added C chord as our first chord. Bear. Then we stretch the pinky if we can, while maintaining the F chord. Re, re. If you can make that stretch, because like for example on my tenor, it's a little bit harder, right? Watch. Okay. Very. I could do it, but it's a longer stretch. Bury me. And then you come back to the F with the added C chord. Bury me. And then beneath. Okay, beneath. Remember, I gave you two variations on beneath. One is to just play that open A note. Beneath the, beneath, beneath. That's open A string, B, and then the B flat, beneath. Or to go beneath, which is a partial, you have more notes. Beneath, beneath. When you do it in the context of the other chords, that sounds better. Bury me beneath. Hear that? Bury me beneath. Okay? So, what is that? Third fret E string. First fret E string, second fret C string. Low, low, low. We land on low on second fret C string. The willow, the willow. Sometimes when I'm strumming the song and I want to play the chord melody, I'll just keep the hand going down across all four strings. So when you see me go, bury me beneath the willow, I'm doing all that, but I'm keeping my hand strumming across all four just to keep a more steady rhythm. And you'll start to hear some of those melody notes and blending in with some of the other added tonal notes in there as well. that's another approach that you can take. If you have someone accompanying you, then they can play the rhythm, bury me, and strum just a nice straight rhythm while you go. Right? And then, okay? Or super straight and slow, super straight. What a sweet, great, fun little melody to play. So that once you get this in your head, you don't want to be looking at that sheet. You want to just be sitting on your front porch, on a nice summer night, and just sitting there noodling. Try to commit some of these melodies to memory so that you got a good friend every time you learn a new song. A new song is like making a new friend. It's always there in your pocket, and it's ready to just be there with you and keep you company. And you have that song for life, right? Especially if it's a good song, right? How you guys like my hat hair tonight? Like that? Pretty good. I thought you'd like that. So. And that's how it is with some of these cool bluegrass songs. You learn them and you just carry them with you wherever you go. And you've always got a song. You can lead with other people. It's a 3-chord song. It's a good jam song when you're hanging out with other people. If you're at a jam session, singable refrains, right? Speaking of bluegrass, how many bluegrass ukulele players does it take to screw in a light bulb? How many bluegrass ukulele players does it take to screw in a light bulb? 4. That's right, Rose. You got it. 4. 1 to screw in the light bulb, and 3 to complain that it's acoustic. So now you have the song, you have the chord melody. That's what we're working with so far. Let's take a look at my other variation now for the melody players. And then we'll come back and we'll sing the song one more time. All right, so now you're looking at a sheet in the packet that says with thirds and 6 in the upper left-hand corner. It says, bury me beneath a willow with thirds and 6. Okay? I'm going to grab my ukulele tenor now. All right. Some of you are still laughing at that joke I just told. Come on, you guys. That was not that funny. Okay? I know some of you want to retell it to some of your other friends. How many bluegrass uke players does it take to screw in a light bulb? 4. 1 to screw it in, and 3 to complain that it's electric. Okay? That's why they booed Bob Dylan when he went electric. Okay? Think about it. All right? A lot of purists out there. All right, so bury me beneath the willow, thirds and 6, gives you the same melody in the same key, but using a different approach to arrange or get at playing an intro or a solo for this song. For those of you who want to go beyond just strumming, all right? Your beginner's just going to strum and sing and do a good solid boom chuck, okay? So here's what you've got on this page, all right? Okay, or there we go. That's kind of cool. Now I'm using a pinch approach. So I'm taking my thumb and my middle finger and I'm pinching the two strings at once. So I'm starting out on open A. Finger style player in the group tonight. This portion of the class is going to be a challenge for you. B, B, 3, 3. Carry me, B. Picking, okay? Do it again. Bury me beneath. Now we're on the third measure. Out there. A willow. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then tree. Now that last is just kind of grabbing what would normally be a C chord barred on the 3rd fret. And I'm pinching. I'm plucking the 5th fret G string down with my thumb while using my middle finger to pluck up with the G note on the E string 3rd fret. And I get that. Okay? 3, 5. 2, 3, 4. And then it starts on the next staff line down. Now remember, these classes are archived on the Meade Public Library Facebook page. Sometimes when I'm teaching a song, I'm not presuming that you're going to just get it right away. Some of these will get archived on YouTube from time to time. And this is one that could be. And but you can go back and work on these parts too. Okay, so you don't have to grab this all right now. All right, here we go. Ready? Bury me be. Okay, bury me beneath. That's 1 and 2. The willow. The willow. That's 3, 3, 1, 2. Open C string. The willow, okay? The willow, the willow. So this is what we have. Bury me beneath the willow. And then this next measure, the 3rd measure, is underneath, underneath, 0 on C string, then E and A string, beneath, 1st fret, to A, beneath, underneath, underneath, and then you have a little triplet. 1, 2, 3, underneath, underneath the willow. Right? And then there's 3 on E, 5 on C. Play the next line down again. And then second to last measure. Maybe then you'll think of me. Maybe then you'll think of me. So when you put all that together, give yourself a pat on the back. You're doing a good job hanging in there. Okay? Put it all together, you get this. Beneath the willow, underneath tree. When she sees that I lay sleeping, maybe 2, 3, 4. Bury me beneath the willow, underneath the willow tree. You can do that too. Like you did in the early arrangement, you can do, instead of going, you can go, this is all on the A string. The willow, the willow. Remember that? Another option. You can just go, here's the easy. Open A sharp, B flat right there. Open A, the willow, and then grab your 3/5. The willow tree, and she lays there, I am sleeping, maybe then she'll weep for me. You are learning a old song, yes, a very old song. If you practice, you'll get better. And now, how can you go wrong? Okay? Isn't that the truth? Right? You are learning a Carter family song. If you practice, you'll get better. Joe Garcia, you cannot do wrong. Okay? Make it your own. Yes, sirree. Okay, so an arrangement like that now, where it's finger style, I'm sort of presuming that you would have somebody with you who's playing some backup, right? They're going, bury me beneath the willow. Maybe upright bass, boom, 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 or another uke, right? Then you don't have to think about the rhythm so much. You can just focus on the melody and just very calmly go. Okay, now, the very, very basic melody, if you want to mess around with that and just do something that's a little closer to just as simple as it gets, tremolo or picking a melody is on the bottom of this same page. And it just, here it is, like bare bones, right? Nothing fancy at all. And I could have started with this, really, but I wanted to give you a little more of a challenge. And this is for then the very, very basic melody players. So that would sound like this. And I'm looking at Bury Me Beneath a Willow sheet with thirds and sixths. And at the bottom of the page, I wrote out the basic bare bones melody, which is this. Okay, again. Okay, what do you think? I'm using my thumb to play all of that and letting my fingers do the walking. Okay, so you could also tremolo it for you hot shots. Don't forget to smile when you're really concentrating. Sometimes I do too. So, all right. Now, there gives you a whole bunch of ideas, right? All of those are valid. One ukulele player might claw hammer it. Another ukulele player might just strum it with a boom chuck. Another ukulele player might play with thirds and sixths, a finger picking kind of solo. Another ukulele player might play chord style. And these are all options when you start exploring the melodic side of a tune, and beyond just the strumming aspect of it. Look, I don't want to lose anything in the mix here. It's nice to know where the song came from, a little bit about the history of it, and who some of the people who sang it before, the lineage of a song. As you pass it on to other people, it just shows that you have some respect for the tradition of the music and where it came from. And that's always something that's most appreciated by people wherever I go. And I like to share the story of these songs and how they evolved. And then, along the way, I'm kind of reinterpreting and making them in my own ability and my own playing and performance style, however I want to arrange it. I think at the end of the day, I'd probably gravitate towards clawhammer the most often when doing this, or a strumming chord style thing. Okay, so this. And the reason for that is that I play by solo, so it's just a good rhythmic style, the chord melody style of playing, and that would carry over for any style that you would want to play, whether it's timpanelli, or old time country music, right? So that chord melody style is just a great way to do it. All right. So again, I want you to consider finding this book. Uh, that came from the Carter family, So there's another one. It takes a worried man to sing a worried song. Carter family. Keep on the sunny side. Carter family. You just will find so many cool classic songs that we think of through other artists that came from the early recordings of the Carter family. Okay, so consider finding that book. As always, if you enjoyed this class tonight, I hope you will consider maybe popping by my virtual tip jar. I appreciate that more than I can express. I'm making my living exclusively online. And I've got a couple outdoor shows this summer, which I'm really excited about. But mostly I'm still just teaching online. So I do appreciate your tips through my virtual tip jar or any of the links posted at the top of the thread. Thank you to Mead that provides a little bit of funding for these classes to take place. Make sure you let them know that you appreciate that as well. If you like the country music and you do not have my Claw and Hammer CD, this is a great album for that era's music. It's a lot of string band music for ukulele. I highly recommend it. Download or physical copy. It's another way you can support my efforts. And we've got Lil Rev hats, the sun's shining, and you want to have some kind of a lid, as we call them. Right now I've got them in brown, or what this kind of like beigeish color, tan. I guess I'd call that a couple different colors, but eventually we'll get them in dark again. But for now, I've got about a dozen of these. Pop me a PayPal for $20 we sell them for, and then throw in a couple bucks for shipping and handling. If you do that, and you put Bury Me Beneath the Willow uh, in the comment section. Let's just say 25 bucks. Um, I'll throw in a Claw and Hammer CD. Okay, 25 bucks PayPal. I'll throw in a Claw and Hammer CD in the mix. What a bargain. That's only for tonight. Okay, all right. So think about that. PayPal me 25 bucks. Put Bury Me Beneath the Willow. Cap. They're one size fits all. And I'll throw in a Claw and Hammer. Or you don't want a cap? $10 for a download. Okay, so think about that. And let's see here. I guess that's where we're going to say goodnight. And thank you all for joining me once again. It's been a pleasure being with you. Wishing you a good beginning of the summer here. And I'll stay healthy. And as always, I love you like a ukulele. All right. Take care and have a good evening. Okay. All right. See y'all next time. Love you like a ukulele.